Full time at Croke, Derry, 5-13, Clare, 2-8. A very, very comprehensive result in the end for the Oakleaf County. And look, what a performance it must be said here from Derry. I mean, from start to finish, by far the better side. Hopefully, some of you lads can hear me. I'm here at Croke Park, so hopefully the connection's all right. But look, right from the get-go, I mean, with those early goals, I mean, obviously, Benny Heron grabbing himself an early goal. Connor Glass that caught around midfield was exceptional. Really, really good performance from him. And Derry really, really did dominate from start to finish. I mean, around midfield, they won so much ball. And Clare just really, like, defensively, very, very naive. Like, they allowed far too much space through the middle. And shooting-wise, it was nowhere near good enough as well. I felt that Clare, like, you know, like, they can definitely play a lot better than that. Like, that wasn't the same performance to what we've seen against Roscommon. Performance-wise, you know, in the Roscommon game, they were far better with their shooting, far more efficiency, just well better shooting-wise. In this game, just a lot of silly wides. Like, there's 2 points from play in the first half. Couldn't really get much ball at all. And Derry were first to everything. They were up for the occasion. You know, we've seen them be very defensive at times this year, but I felt like, you know, in this one, far more attacking, running through the lines, running between the lines as well. Shane McGuigan, I mean, what a performance from him. 1-7 in total. Unbelievable stuff from Shane McGuigan. And, you know, Derry, let's not forget, beating Donegal, beating Monaghan, beating Tyrone, and now they put out a comprehensive 14-point victory over Clare. As you said, 5-13 to 2-8. Just so comprehensive from start to finish, really, from the Derry supporters. Or from the Derry players, I should say. And yeah, Clare just couldn't really stick into it. I mean, they got themselves a second half, you know, a goal in the second half, got a goal at the end of the first as well. But realistically, it was comprehensive from Derry, really. And, you know, when you're 2-2 to a point up after 10 minutes, you can't really ask for much more, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, from Clare, I'm sure there'll be a bit of soul searching. You know, I think they only kicked 2 or 3 points from play in total. Nowhere near the same levels from what we've seen from Clare in the Roscommon game. You know, but let's not forget Clare to get beat by Limerick earlier on in the year. And Limerick obviously got, you know, beaten by Cork and beaten by 23 points by Kerry as well. So, you know, did they overperform that day against Roscommon? We just don't quite know. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to put Derry now in the conversation as all Ireland contenders. You really, really would. I think they've got to be up there. And I think it's going to take a serious team, in my opinion, to win that. Rommel says, where are all the phenomenal Dublin fan base? They are over there. I moved over here because I wanted to make sure some of you lads could hear me, obviously, because, do you know what I mean? I'm obviously doing this on my phone, all the rest. So, Rory says, you're here for the Dublin and Cork game? I sure am, my man. I sure am. Gary Madden says, Hon Derry, 100%, mate, 100%. I mean, as we said, it was an exceptional performance. It really, really was. A few people asking where I'm sitting there. You know, I'm in Croke Park. Don't worry about that. I'm keeping away from the craziness here for the minute, just for this reaction. But I'll move back into the chaos in a few minutes. But yeah, what else can we say about this game? Really, I think, you know, was it the most entertaining game? You know, was there much quality on show? Probably not. You know, I mean, I seen Owen Cleary kick a free right in front of the goal. It went wide. It was probably nowhere near the same level of quality as what you've seen from himself, probably down the years. You know, McGuigan, unreal. Connor Glass, I thought Clare as well. You know, a lot of the time they were just pushing so high up the pitch. They were leaving so much spaces in behind. And, you know, Derry finished with 5 goals. They probably could have got 6 or 7. Let's be perfectly honest. Like, they could have got more in that game. It was really, really comprehensive, it must be said. Rory says, hope I see you on TV. Yeah, it'd be great to get on the television. I doubt they put my face on, to be honest. The camera would probably crack or something. But yeah. But yeah, let me know your comments in terms of the game. Model Farmer says, who do you think will win the All-Ireland? I still have Kerry in the bracket as the team at the minute as well, as the #1 team. But look, I think Derry, I think if you're an Armagh fan, if you're a Galway fan watching that, you're watching quite nervously. But what I would say though is that when Clare, with the wreck at Derry, when they ran at them, when they tried to take goal chances, they created a couple of chances. Like Clare finished with 2 goals. They could have got 3 or 4, to be perfectly honest. So you would be a little bit worried, you'd have to say, from a Derry perspective defensively. Oren Lynch as well, a couple of errors here and there. So a couple of defensive errors in the back from Derry. It's certainly something they'd want to work on. It's certainly something we didn't see in the Ulster Championship, we should say. Oisin says goals were fluky as well. The Clare goals were a little bit. I mean, the second goal, obviously, a bit of a mistake there from the goalkeeper. Obviously, have to see that back again. I sort of looked away, and then all of a sudden the ball was in the back of the net. But Derry goals were brilliant, wasn't it? Paul Cassidy's goal was fantastic. Conor Glass, wonderful finish. Benny Heron as well. If you're scoring 3 goals in the first half, it's going to be exceptional. Many people are there for the game. There is a lot of people here. Look, there's a lot of fans all across the pitch there. So plenty of supporters. Don't worry about that. I just moved over here because of I obviously wanted people to hear me for this reaction. Otherwise, it'd be pretty pointless. We'd all be here for no reason. I don't know if I can turn the camera around. I'm not sure I can, but yeah, let me know the quality of this as well. I am filming this on the phone as well, so the quality's a little poor. I do apologise. Rommel says Derry's keeper looks dodgy. Yeah, couple of issues. How many people are there for the game? I'm not sure exactly, but to be fair, one of my mates bought a ticket about an hour before throw-in, so that probably tells you that there was a lot of there is a lot of empty seats in the stadium, as you would expect. Dublin by 8, in my opinion, 100%. Good night, lads. I'm off the bed. It's 2:30 in the morning here in Sydney, Australia. Yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play, Gary, for tuning in. I suppose to finish up then, very, very comfortable from Derry. 5-13 to 2-8 in the end. Game looked over after about 10 to 15 minutes. Conor Glass, unreal in midfield. Shane McGuigan was excellent. For Clare, nowhere near good enough, unfortunately, for themselves. Too many silly wides in the first half. A little bit poor. But sure, look, I suppose at the same time, they've got themselves to the quarterfinals. Significant achievement. They hadn't been to the semi since 1992. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are Derry now serious All-Ireland contenders? I would have to think so at this moment in time. I think you'd have to say so. But cheers to anyone who tuned in. And I will see you all for the Dublin and Cork match reaction. I'm off to the pub for a point. So cheers.